If anything, the best which we have to talk or write on the use of Dr. Bach flower remedies, it is today's talk. We are reaching the pinnacle in the uses of these remedies. What reply should we give to a person who is asking what Bach remedies are? The answer may be like this. These remedies are concerned with anything and everything with our human life on earth, including spiritual questions. Therefore, Dr. Bach remedies should be the first subject to be taught in schools and colleges than physics, chemistry, biology, etc. If a better explanation comes to your mind, please do write to me. Today we are going to examine or rather learn the uses of two important Bach flower remedies. 1. Dr. Bach remedy Beach stands for correctness, right things. The remedy chestnut bud stands for doing or learning truths, truthful and the best things, that too without mistakes. More particularly, higher and the highest truth and its learning. This is what all of us should do in life first. The reader must always remember dictionary. I mean concise Oxford dictionary when he considers the positive effects of the remedy Beach. A dictionary cannot go wrong. When in doubt for spelling or meaning, everyone refers to a dictionary. Therefore, can the dictionary go wrong? When in doubt, even in judicial courts, if a difference of opinion arises concerning the meaning of a word, they would refer to Oxford English to English dictionary. Thus and therefore it is said that Oxford is infallible. This must be kept constantly in mind. Higher learning, that is chestnut bud, and infallible. How excellent and superior it should be. This is the effect of taking the above two remedies. You do things or work correctly and without mistakes. What is the one word for these two qualities? It is infallible. Hereafter, in this paper, we shall treat chestnut bud plus beech combination as one single remedy. Infallibility is the quality expected in the case of a king or emperor. At the present day, it is in the case of a president or governor of state of a nation and the apex court judges. If a police officer himself commits a theft or a judicial court judge accepts bribe, where can we go and what can we do? They are supposed to be impartial and also have clean hands. They should be infallible. They are not supposed to be correct beyond corruptions. For this purpose alone, that they should not forget their loyalty, a uniform is given to them. They should not be afraid of even hardcore criminals, however strong they may be. That is why the police personnel are given weapons. The uniform is to remind that citizens have trust in him and that he would be infallible in his duties, that he will not be corrupt. To give them such a strength of mind and body that they can encounter any kind of strategies from hardcore criminals and face all eventualities. Upon reasonable suspicion, a police officer can break open and enter any place at any time. The president of a country and governor of states should be infallible. That is why they are given many perquisites: free accommodation, free food, free transport to go to any part of the globe, etc. One of his secretaries prepares the Republic Day message for the president. Another educates and guides him on how to talk with foreign dignitaries visiting India. The third reminds him of his day's engagements, and so on and so forth. If we too can become infallible, if not the post of governor or president, we would enjoy equally all the perquisites. Consume the above two remedies, that is beech and chestnut bud, for 2-6 weeks and see the effect for yourself. Suppose you are doing share trading business. While taking these two remedies, someone comes to you telling you that the price of a company share, say Britannia Industries, will go up by 100% in a month's time. He further tells that you need not spend 20,000 rupees from your pocket for buying 500 shares, that he will pay the money from his pocket and buy the shares on your behalf. After a month, when the price doubles up, he will sell it, and the profit of 20,000 he would give you, taking back 20,000 that he had invested. Now the point is, how is this possible? How does this happen? For this, let us go into the Holy Bible or Bhagavad Gita and dig out the contents. In the Holy Bible, we read thus: your body is the temple where God lives. If our body is the abode of God, everyone should come to us and offer food, money, garlands, dress, etc., as is being done in Hindu temples by devotees. While the idol of God is just and simply sitting and not going anywhere or asking for any food or dress. On the other hand, in Bhagavad Gita, we find the Almighty telling us that He is doing everything through us by activating our hands, etc., all the 5 organs. If He is activating us, He is bound to give us food, drinks, dress, etc. Supposing you are the owner of a car and using it to go whenever and wherever you want, in that case, you take care of it when repairs develop. You change a worn out tire or replace a part when it becomes no more serviceable. In addition, you fill in petrol when the tank goes empty. It is only Dr. Edward Bosch and Shakespeare who give us the correct interpretations of the Holy Bible and Bhagavad Gita. Everything is available free of cost from God when required, but we stretch our hands in the wrong direction. We study for 12 years in a school, another 3 to 5 years in college, etc., then toil and moil by working for 8 hours a day into 30 days to get a meager salary of 30 or 40,000. Thus we forget the Almighty's invitation, ask and ye shall be given. Try the above 2 remedies, that is chestnut bud and beech, for a month, and then you will realize and find that more servants wait on you than you can take notice of. We are not manufacturing wheat, rice, or vegetable in factories. They are growing everywhere in the fields, needless of anyone requiring it. God loves us so much. Nature produces in abundance. These are the axiomatic statements. Why are we not able to stretch our arms towards God? Because all along we have been taught false things. One single sentence from the writings of Shakespeare will help us to unload, so to say, from our shoulders, back, and head all the false things that have been dumped on our heads. Oh, tell the truth and shame the devil. Here, devil means our diseases, our negative qualities. Dr. Edward Bosch helps us to unload these from our heads by the effects of chestnut bud and beech. Shakespeare, with one single sweep, gives us total courage. In King Henry 4, Part 1, he writes, Oh, while you live, tell truth and shame the devil. Shakespeare alone writes what others have not seen, the truth and nothing but truth. Disease, problems in life, insufficient income, all these happen because the truth is absent. Truth alone is beautiful and it is permanent. Diseases, problems, poverty, negative qualities of the mind, all these are Maya. Maya means non existent. Delusion, illusion, hallucinations, hysteria, obsessions, inhibitions. Astrology, medical treatment, etc. are hysterias of humanity because we lack truth. How can we drive away these evils? Only by truth. Truth is real. Before truth, false will disappear. There is no such thing as darkness. Only when there is no light we call dark. Truth acts as light to drive away devils such as disease, fear, anxiety, restlessness, confusion, irresolution, all negative aspects of our mind. Truth is infallible. Truth alone is infallible. Therefore, by taking beech plus chestnut bud, you become infallible. Thus, truth alone prevails in you, your mind, thought, etc. Therefore, a combination of these two Bach remedies become a near panacea not only for diseases but also for the so-called problems in life. Medical doctors, anatomy, pathology, pharmacology, medical advice, healthy food, nature cure, homeopathy, Ayurveda, diet restrictions are measles and mumps of humanity. These just vanish with the above said remedies and good health alone remains. Health is truth and truth is beauty. Does anyone call a sick person beautiful? In Bhagavad Gita, the Almighty says that if you do your swadharma, He will take care of all your needs. What is swadharma? It is certainly not the job of a college professor, bank manager, or a medical doctor or an astrologer. Does a healthy person ever approach a medical doctor, astrologer, or fortune teller? Astrologers, consultants, medical doctors who claim to drive away evils such as poverty, disease, problems in life, or fighting in the dark with a long sword, not being able to know what and where to hit. Swadharma means duty, which you alone can do. Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, they did their Swadharma. When Mother Teresa wants to go abroad, she need not stand in the long queue for getting her visa, air ticket, etc. Everything is delivered at her doors free of cost. All airlines feel it a prestige to have her in their aircraft, that too free of cost. Beach plus chestnut bud enables us to have in our head truth only, and therefore everything becomes free, even without asking for them. The Holy Bible, on the other hand, says every man is sent on earth for a particular work, not the work of a bank clerk or an insurance agent. This Dr. Edward Bosch too stresses in his book Free Thyself, a work which you alone can do. It is only Shakespeare and Dr. Edward Bosch who tells us truth. Shakespeare and Dr. Edward Bosch rewrite the whole Holy Bible and Bhagavad Gita. Oh, while you live, tell the truth and shame the devil. All these years, knowingly or unknowingly, all of us have been carrying on our head, shoulder and back the devils, otherwise called insufficient income, diseases, problems in life, insecurity feeling, schizophrenia, etc., etc. If you read Shakespeare and understand the meaning of some two lines, you would feel that he comes and sits in us. Therefore, if anyone comes and tells you that he is going to take away your entire wealth of 2 crores rupees, you have to only reply this: okay, take them away. I have Shakespeare in me and with me, and so in the next day or two, I would be able to have more than the double of that 2 crores rupees. The President of India can get for a fortnight overseas tour an amount of 249 crores for miscellaneous expenses. Therefore, no worry if someone takes away her property worth rupees 2 crores. It is just negligible. That is Shakespeare and only Shakespeare. The English language, Englishmen and England. What are these? Even an Englishman does not know their meaning. Ralph Waldo Emerson, in his essays in the chapter English Traits, correctly assess what England and her fellow citizens are. In each English house, there will be no wants and no waste. Englishmen invaded India to tell us how we should be. So also to tell us that there is a man called Shakespeare who makes us understand what is Bhagavad Gita. Further to tell us there is going to descend in their land a winged white horse from heaven to be called by the name Dr. Edward Bosch, who too will introduce the divine powers of 37 flowers, out of which 2 flowers would make all Indians get the life of a Maharaja or Emperor or the President of a nation. All literature, books, treatises, etc., hitherto written so far, excepting Shakespeare and Dr. Edward Bosch, are either incomplete or wrong.